So the Switch 2 was finally fully revealed, and I was hyped until the very end. Not to be the bearer of bad news, I'll start with the good. The Switch 2 is now 7.9 inches versus the current 6.2 on the current Switch. And it can also support up to 1080p in handheld. Now that's way overdue. We can also do HDR in handheld, but also HDR when docked. And we can finally support up to 4K, up to 120 frames per second when docked. Woo! We also have the Joy-Cons that are now fully magnetic. We don't need the slide-ons like before. And something cool about the Joy-Cons is now it supports the mouse support. We also saw the wheelchair basketball game that looks to take full advantage of the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con capability. So that's pretty cool right there. It looks like Nintendo is finally catching up with the times and can now support game chat. So it looks like we can screen share, look at other people's gameplay, and we can also talk like we were on a conference call, almost like we was on FaceTime or Zoom. And what's pretty neat is that it doesn't necessarily have to be Nintendo's proprietary video camera. It can be any video camera that uses USB-C. The Switch 2 has 256 gigabytes of RAM, finally catching up with the standards. That also kind of tells us that the games on the Switch 2 expect them to be pretty beefy. We finally have a new stable stand outside of the flimsy stand on the OG Nintendo Switch. Way to go, finally, way overdue. And then lastly, something that I appreciate personally is that it's backwards compatible for most games. I'm sure it just excludes some of the sensory games that are currently on the Switch, but hey, that is a plus in today's world. Anyways, that's some of my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal. Let me know, what are some of your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe.